Hey guys, Liz with Pampered Chef here. I am going to finally be unboxing the products that I thought I got the other day when it was just all my paperwork. So I'm going to hand this off to my husband as soon as he turns the volume down. I accidentally hit the button before we were ready. Whoops! But I have the box here, and then I'm going to show you a yummy infused water right away as soon as I unbox this stuff. So here comes my videographer. All right, turn it around. Turn it around. It's already...
You were sitting there looking at me?
So, again, just in the eye slice to bust this open. This guy's a little handy dandy little thing. So we're going to take out all the paper because, woo! Wrap everything like a present, right? So the first thing I'm going to take out, I think I'm going to do the jar. Because this is kind of the big deal, right? So it has a little PC logo and it has great measurements, cups and ounces, and then on the back for any of my imperial inclined friends, they have milliliters for you. And so this is where the lid screws off, and it has like a quarter cup capacity. So, perfect for your dressing, or if you want to throw some nuts or, craisins or that kind of thing in there that you don't want to get soggy in your salad, which is probably what I'll end up doing because I really kind of like having the dressing in there because I'm lazy. But so yeah, then you have this 2-part lid. This is a BPA-free plastic, so it's not glass, so you don't have to worry about breaking it at the pool or, if you're going to a park for a picnic and they don't allow glass. You can take these where you can't, or shouldn't at least, take in the glass mason jars. And so I'm just putting that lid back together. And so the piece that you get free is when you get the make and take mason jar, which is what this is called, you get your fork and spoon free. And so they snap together to fit in your bag. And then to get the very bottom of the jar, without pouring it on your face, you can snap them together like this and reach to the very bottom. How exciting is that? So you can get down there, eat your salad. So who do we have with us today, John?
Just Elias.
Hey, Elias. Looking forward to seeing you in a couple weeks, next week now, I guess. This is the little snack jar. So this has a cute little twist-off lid. This I'm thinking great for like a yogurt parfait or overnight oats, that kind of thing. And what's really cool about it is that when you're done, it fits right inside and packs away, and there you go. So that makes it a little bit easier to keep track of all the dirty dishes so that they don't pile up in your car, right, John?
I don't know what you're talking about.
My husband,
Elias wants to know if he can get this spoon fork thing separate. Is that a separate item, or is that an item that's sold with?
Not yet, but I have a feeling that a lot of people are asking that question, and so that might be something that comes out later as a separate thing. But these mason jars, even if you don't want to use it to bring your lunch to work, they're great for storing things in your pantry at home. And then you would get the fork and spoon. So,
Got Ashley Erickson.
Hey, Ashley, how are you?
And Nicole Potter.
Hey, Nicole, I'm glad you finally made it live. Now remember, at the bottom, if you want to get notifications, there's a little red button, I think, that says get notifications when I go live.
And Lisa Totten.
Hey, Lisa. So here is the little lunch baggie that you get with, that you can get. And it is insulated, which is really nice. So you can stick a little ice pack or something at the bottom. But look at how perfectly this all fits in here. So you can just tuck that in, and then you have all of your dirty dishes. And your wrong lid piece. And again, these are the new summer products. You can get all of these together, everything I'm showing you today, for $44.50. Or if you host a party with me that hits $6.50, not only do you get a $230 free shopping spree, but I will give you this whole collection for free. So then, you know, when you're going to work or school or wherever, you can tuck that in there and tuck your little snack jar in the side. Zip it up. And you know what I like about this? I like that it's black and kind of plain. So, you know, like, guys don't have to be embarrassed carrying this. Like, this is something that I feel like John would be comfortable carrying. Maybe not. I don't know. He's giving me a look.
Sophie,
but, you know,
no.
It's not polka dot, or it doesn't have pink zippers or something like what we typically do. I like that it's a little more gender neutral. And kind of simple. So there's all of those pieces.
Do you want me to put her out?
No, you're fine. And so here's the other one that I'm super excited about. This is our infused water bottle. So water gets pretty boring for me anyway. And I like to shake it up every once in a while. And so I've always used our big pitchers to make a lot of infused water. And I still think that that is a great option. But sometimes when you're on the go, you want to be able to keep your infusing with you. Like, we're going to be traveling to my in-laws here next week. And I don't necessarily want to bring a whole big pitcher, but I might want to make some infused water while I'm there. And so it has it has the Imperial, but it's marked up to 20, but it has 24 ounce capacity. And again, the same BPA free plastic. And so then here's your straw piece with the infuser. And what I like about this is you get the option. You can drink from the straw. So when you're drinking from the straw, you want to put your fruit and ice and all of that up here in the top half above the infuser. That way you're not sucking it up through the straw. Or you have the option where you can chug your water, in which case you want to put your fruit and ice and everything below the infuser piece. And that way it's not going to be going in your face while you're trying to chug. It also has a little carry thing, and it does fit in this side. So, you know, if you're not using the snack jar, you can tuck it in there, or you can carry this and you can carry this, and you're good to go. I'll be showing you how to, the first infused water that I'm going to try in it, but it's one of my favorites. And then this last little piece, and I've heard people say they wish it was a touch bigger because then you could use it as a passport book, but it's not quite big enough. So it's just this little black envelope kind of thing, and it does have this little elastic. But so it has these little pockets in it, and it's called the tea takeaway, so that you can put, you know, like tea bags and honey sticks and, you know, sugar packets or that kind of thing. I don't drink a lot of hot tea. I'm a Southern girl. I like my cold, sweet tea. But I've seen people turn this into a first aid kit for their car or diaper bag, which is probably what I'm going to do. I've also seen people tuck like one of those little 50-cent spiral notebooks into one side and a couple of crayons or something in the other to make it a little play pack for kids when you go to restaurants or that kind of thing. But there's a lot of ideas that people have with this, and I think that even if you're not a tea drinker, that it's something that you could find a use for in your life. And so now I'm gonna take that out of the way, and I'm going to see, because I like to drink from a straw, so I have all of my little implements here. And so I'm gonna make some water. This is just some water that I already chilled. So I'm gonna tuck that in. And these are frozen blueberries because that's what I had on hand. So, you know, fresh, frozen, whatever you guys have is perfect. And these are some fresh basil leaves that I just took out of my garden. And they're very tiny. A tip with basil is, if you want a big bushy plant, is that every few days or so, you want to go in and cut down to a couple of, down to the lowest double leaf. So you cut down and you'll get branches from that. Don't let it just grow and think that you're going to get big leaves, and because what it ends up is it gets stalky and bitter and not good. So you want to keep it low and bushy. And if I was doing this in the bottom, I would put everything, I would put the basil leaves in first and kind of muddle them with the end of a wooden spoon. And what that does is that just helps release the flavors. But since I'm doing it on top, I'm just going to kind of crush them with my fingers, because see what you want here, you see where it's starting to turn a little bit darker and getting not broken, but starting to bruise a little bit. That is releasing all that yummy basil flavor. And blueberry basil is so good. So you don't have to stick just to herbs like peppermint or things like that. Basil and lavender, those can be really yummy in a water. And let me tell you, if you have a headache, a lavender peppermint water will do wonders for you. I don't have any lavender or peppermint, or I do have peppermint ready. But so I'm just going to let that infuse. And see, I have, the basil is floating up at the top right now, but as that gets in the water, and it's a little bit cloudy right now because of the frozen blueberries. So you just want to let that infuse at least 5 minutes, and then you can start drinking, and I am so looking forward to this. But so those are the new products. I'll also be at 2 o'clock Central Time, so about 90 minutes, I will be going live with a salad in a jar workshop.
3 more people.
Hey guys.
Libby, Elliot, Rachel Robinson, and Mary Johnson.
Hey Libby, Rachel, and Mary. Sorry, John gives me a list of names. Trying to remember them all. So glad you guys could check in. Again, I was just showing off some of the new products that we got, and we will be, and some yummy blueberry basil water. And I will be live in about 90 minutes to show how I do a salad in a jar. And that'll be at one of my friends' houses. She and I will be putting a few together. So check back in with me then.